Okay, let's be real for a second. Have you ever looked at the sheer volatility of modern media and just wondered who is actually prepared to navigate all of this? I mean, between the rapid rise of artificial intelligence, massive digital transformation, and an incredibly unpredictable global news landscape, the demands being placed on journalists right now have literally never been higher. It is a massive challenge, but it's also a problem that the world's most elite educational institutions are actively solving as we speak.
Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are taking a deep dive into the absolute pinnacle of global media education. We're going to look at exactly what makes the top tier media and journalism universities completely dominate the 2026 landscape. And look, we aren't just going to list off names here. We're going to unpack the actual educational philosophies, the specialized programs, and those hands on strategies that are actively shaping the future of global communication.
Okay, let's dive into this. How do they actually decide who is the best? Well, looking at the QS subject ranking methodology, this is definitely not a popularity contest. A whopping 30% of the score is based purely on academic reputation, and another 15% is driven by employer reputation, which basically means, do the top media companies actually want to hire these graduates? Another 20% looks directly at research citations, proving that these institutions are out there generating world-changing ideas. It's a really comprehensive, data-driven look at global excellence.
So, here is our roadmap for today. First, we'll look at the pioneers of hands-on learning. Second, elite specialized global programs. And finally, we will reveal the 2026 global leaders.
All right, let's jump straight into Section 1, Pioneers of Hands-on Learning. We're exploring the legacy of experiential journalism.
When we talk about elite journalism training, we absolutely have to talk about getting out of the classroom and into the actual newsroom. And honestly, no one pioneered this quite like the University of Missouri. They created this incredible philosophy known as the Missouri Method. Instead of just sitting around reading textbooks about reporting, students are thrown right into practical training in real-world media outlets. We're talking about producing actual news programming for the market's local NBC TV affiliate and their NPR member radio station. They learn by doing, solving complex problems in real time. It's brilliant. Let's move to the next point and see how this builds, because the historical weight of the Missouri School of Journalism is just staggering. Founded by Walter Williams way back in 1908, they have an incredible track record of global firsts. They offered the world's very first master's degree in journalism in 1921 and the world's first PhD in journalism in 1934. They literally invented the academic structure for this entire field, all while never losing sight of that hands-on, newsroom-first approach. Another absolute powerhouse applying this experiential philosophy is Northwestern University's Medill School. Now, what's really fascinating about Northwestern is that it's the only university among the national top 15 in the US that actually offers an undergraduate degree in journalism. They take that core concept of experiential learning and scale it way up with a vast, incredibly strategic network of real-world newsrooms. You see, Medill believes education is way more than just a singular location. They place their students precisely where the action is. You've got a newsroom in Chicago overlooking the river and Navy Pier. You've got students in Washington, D.C., literally minutes from the White House, reporting on high-level politics and national security. They're out in San Francisco at the epicenter of tech and digital media design, and they even have an important campus presence in Qatar for global affairs. It is a fully immersive geographical strategy. Moving right along to Section 2, Elite Specialized Global Programs, we're going to look at highly specialized and joint degrees. While some schools cast this wide geographical net, others completely dominate by zooming way, way in. Take Columbia University's Graduate School of Journalism, for example. They offer a highly selective, full-time, 9-month Master of Arts program that is designed specifically for experienced journalists. So instead of a generalist approach, students have to pick a hyper-specific lane to master: politics, science, business and economics, or arts and culture. They work incredibly closely with top-tier professors. We're talking Pulitzer Prize winners here, crafting this deep, specialized expertise that really sets them apart in a crowded market. Over in Europe, specialized prestige takes a slightly different form. The CFJ in Paris, the Centre de Formation des Journalistes, is a French grande école that is famously considered the ENA of journalists. Now, for context here, ENA is the elite school that produces French presidents and top government officials. So that comparison instantly tells you everything you need to know about CFJ's rigorous, highly respected approach to building the next generation of media leaders. But what makes CFJ a true game changer today is how they are specializing through unique public-private partnerships. For example, they offer a master's level apprenticeship course called Local/Global, where classes are taught directly inside the world headquarters of the pan-European television channel Euronews down in Lyon. They also partnered up with Sorbonne University to offer a highly unique double degree in science and journalism. It is the perfect example of merging distinct disciplines to create highly sought-after professionals. Sometimes, though, becoming an elite global communicator means you need to attend not one, but two world-renowned institutions. Let me share a quick story about a student named John New. He was looking for an international graduate program that offered a deep foundation in media, but also gave him access to top scholars. Using the QS rankings, he discovered this pioneering joint master's degree offered by two absolute titans, USC Annenberg in Los Angeles and the London School of Economics, or LSE.
And this brilliantly illustrates the hybrid approach to modern education. Students spend year one at LSE in London earning a Master of Science in Global Media. That year is all about deep theoretical understanding of how communication functions politically and culturally on a global scale. Then for year two, they pack up and move to USC Annenberg in LA to earn an MA in Global Communication. Here, they put those theories to the test through hands-on projects designed to challenge how they can actively change the world. It's the perfect marriage of deep theory and applied practice.
All right, we made it to Section 3, the 2026 Global Leaders. Let's look at the absolute top-ranked schools.
We have officially reached the climax of the 2026 rankings. Taking the number 2 spot in the entire world for communication and media studies is Nanyang Technological University, or NTU, over in Singapore. This is a massive, incredibly impressive rise, jumping all the way up from 4th place in 2025 to secure that number 2 global position in 2026.
So why is NTU soaring up the global rankings? Well, it really comes down to the strategy of their Wee Kim Wee School of Communication and Information. The school's leadership credits an integrated approach that flawlessly combines academic rigor, direct industry relevance, and really high global engagement. They aren't just teaching legacy media anymore. They are specifically developing graduates equipped to lead in a highly complex AI and data-driven media landscape. They're future-proofing their students, and the global rankings are absolutely rewarding them for it.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is that the number 9 isn't just a ranking, it's a streak. The University of Amsterdam hasn't just won the number 1 spot in the world for communication and media studies. They've held that absolute top position for an unprecedented 9 consecutive years. Just let that sink in for a second. For almost a decade, they have been the undisputed heavyweight champion of global media education, according to the QS rankings. No one else even comes close.
So how do you maintain the crown for 9 consecutive years? A huge part of it is their highly relevant, English-taught, one-year master's programs. They define the cutting edge of media studies by offering specialized tracks like new media and design culture, film studies, and television and cross-media culture. They also offer dual and research masters that are globally recognized. It's this combo of incredible academic reputation with a curriculum that is constantly adapting to exactly how human beings consume media today.
So here is the absolute peak, the whole shebang of the 2026 QS rankings. The University of Amsterdam at number 1, NTU at number 2, and LSE at number 3. But why does this actually matter for you? Because understanding this hierarchy, and more importantly, understanding how these schools teach, whether it's the theoretical depth of LSE, the integrated tech focus of NTU, or the unmatched specialized media studies of Amsterdam, that can directly shape your own career trajectory and your academic choices. We have covered a lot of ground today, from the legacy newsrooms of the Missouri Method to the hyper-specialized tracks at Columbia and CFJ Paris, all the way to the undisputed global heavyweights of 2026. So I want to leave you with a question to really think about. Which of these elite educational paths best aligns with your own media career goals? Do you belong in a hands-on, high-pressure newsroom? Do you thrive in a highly specialized global cohort? Or is your future sitting at the number 1 research university in the world? The blueprint is right here. The next step is entirely yours. Thanks for joining me on this explainer, and keep learning.